Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Please excuse my camera quality, however I'm working with what I have. I am very proud father of a 6-year-old daughter. Why, you ask? I'll get back to that soon enough. First, let's look at the average revert. And I'll be drawing from mostly my own experience and some other recounting of other reverts' experiences. Let's start off right at the start. The revert has found a better path and decides to take the step of reverting. I suggest that once a revert takes the Shahada, he or she transitions from revert to Muslim and should no longer be seen as a revert, but that's just my opinion. Right, a new Muslim is immediately attacked by their former peers. In my case, I was informed I was no longer acceptable to my parents. I would inherit nothing. My Christian wife informed me that we were no longer husband and wife as she refused to be married to a Muslim. My friends told me I was unwelcome in their homes, businesses, or at any of their gatherings. In fact, one of my former friends went to the huge effort of printing a 500-page A4-sized tome that pointed out the dangers of Islam, suggesting that Muslims worship the moon, Shaitan, and Isis, the moon goddess, among others. Islam was supposed to be the breeding ground of the radical terrorist and suicide bomber. Given that 9/11 was still fresh in our minds, and seeing how some were preaching the gospel of let's get our Muslim youth to go to Iraq to fight the infidels, these aspects were perhaps not entirely without foundation. So our new Muslim has to find work among non-Christians because former employment is no longer available. You need to find alternative accommodations not related to Christian landlords. As you can see, reverting is not an action for the faint-hearted. Perhaps Muslim raised people should be a little less judgmental of the new Muslim, because new Muslims usually pay a very heavy price for their choices. You may say that the choice of faith is not a free or easy one. I refer to Muslim raised and not Muslim born for a very specific reason. So some background. I have often been approached by the Muslim Titi and asked, "Is jy gebore?" The question basically intimates, were you born Muslim? I have to keep a straight face and try very hard not to respond with, "Nee Titi, ek was uitgespoeg en gehatch." No auntie, I was spat out and hatched. It is said that the Prophet Muhammad stated that no baby is born but upon fitra, meaning none are born except being born Muslim. It is his parents who will make him Jew, Christian or polytheist. That is to say, all are born Muslim but conditioned by their parents to become the faith of the parent. Sahih Muslim book 033 number 6426. Islam is the religion of all prophets, Adam through to Muhammad and including Nabi Isa, Jesus. In Surah Al-Araf, verses 172 and 173, Allah explains that when He created Adam, He caused all Adam's descendants to come into existence and took pledge from them, saying, "Am I not your Lord?" To which they all replied, "Yes, we testify to it." So going according to both Hadith and Quran, it is clear we are all created Muslim. Perhaps that is the true meaning of the biblical quote from Genesis 1 verse 27. So God created man in His own image. In the image of God He created him, male and female He created them. In the image of God meaning Muslim. So don't ask me if I am born Muslim. If you must insult me, rather ask, were you raised Muslim? It is my humble opinion we are all born Muslim, but only some are fortunate enough to be raised Muslim. And do not take my soul searching and having to strip away years of conditioning as an easy price to pay. We face incredible rejection and pay huge prices to become Muslim, when the majority of raised Muslims get it so easy. Do not judge those who paid a price for their faith, choice, when it was handed to you on a platter and made easy for you. Among the insults that have been hurled my way are Chris Dog, or you can't be a Muslim because you are white, and why did you come to Islam? What did you expect us raised Muslims to give you? Sad actually. Then you get the elderly uncle who looks at my wife and asks, almost if she can't hear him, Perhaps he feels she doesn't have a say because she's a woman. I don't know. He asked me, het jy vir haar gedraai? Did you turn for her? Let's get something right out there right now. I reverted a year before I even met my lovely wife. Also, when I asked her to be my wife, she had the choice to turn me down. I'm glad she did not. She does, however, face constant insults for marrying a revert. I feel that a woman or man who is brave enough to take on the responsibility of marrying a Muslim revert are indeed among the blessed and deserve more respect than they get. As for the woman who refuses to give up her faith and thus forces a man to decide to accept Islam in order to marry her, is she not also to be considered blessed within Islam for not turning away from Islam? Just a question. Please consider that the man or woman who marries a revert takes over the responsibility of not only being a partner and parent to the children, but also a teacher to guide the revert in the correct ways of Islam. Perhaps the average Muslim's knee-jerk reaction to a revert is born out of the fear, as Allah Himself says in Surah Al-Ma'idah 5 verse 54. O believers, whoever among you abandons their faith, Allah will replace with others who love Him and are loved by Him. If this causes you discomfort, surely you need to rather shore up your faith and cleave to Allah rather than attack them who may be sent to replace you. So how did my daughter make me so proud then? Well, the one who insists I am a Chris dog is around 65 years old. My daughter asked me last week, Daddy, what is my special gift? I joked with her by responding, you were born to parents who love Allah and are raising you to love Allah. So for you, your faith is easy. She mused at this for about 3 seconds and then responded, but Daddy, then your gift is greater. To which I asked her what she meant. Her response was like a polished diamond. Daddy, you found Islam and decided to follow this path, and this is a real gift. How did a child of only 6 grasp a truth that a 65-year-old woman could not? At this point I was stunned by the beautiful gift Allah has given me and my 6-year-old daughter, wise beyond her words and beyond her years. May she always be so. Ameen. In my next video I will examine the troubling trend towards Satanism and openly public display of the last months and its implications to Islam. I do hope you will join me. Assalamu alaikum, fellow Muslims.